You might be the only Mexican on there not watering the grass.
Not watering that shit. Oh, yeah, facts. Facts, bro.
How'd you pick up golf?
Hey, you know, I started a business, and you know what they say: you start a business, you pick up golf too, bro. You see a lot of entrepreneurs out on the motherfucking course, bro. You know.
Where'd you play?
I played in Glen Oaks.
All right.
That's why I was coming from out there.
Okay. I know where you're coming from.
Yeah.
So
I lived down the street.
Is it the 134 to the 101?
Yeah.
The 134. That interchange is a bitch, dude.
Yeah, it's just always congested, but it clears up, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, fucking, that's just addicting, bro. I don't know, you ever play golf?
Yeah, I played a little bit of golf. So my grandfather's big into it. I never was. My mom's side of the family's white. My dad's side is from the Dominican Republic, and he was on my mom's side. He was into golf, and I played a little bit, but I got a little more into it when I started working on Wall Street. Just because, same thing. It's like fucking, you got to get into that bullshit.
Right.
And I liked being on the course, but 18 holes is too much, bro.
It's a little intense, right?
Fuck, well, it's like fucking 4 hours. Like, bro, it's hot. Come on, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have a 90-minute attention span. I'm not the TikTok generation where I have 90 seconds.
Yeah.
I can do 90 minutes. Like, if a movie's over 2 hours, I'm not gonna watch it. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm not gonna watch it in one sitting. I'm gonna fall asleep in the middle, or I'm gonna get bored and go do something else and come back, finish it later.
Right.
But yeah, 18 holes is a lot, but 9 holes, I can fuck with 9 holes. You know,
9 holes is cool. Yeah, front nine holes, back nine.
Yeah, 9 holes. Exactly. You get 1 drink per hole. You know, I'm drunk enough where I can, not legally drive home, but reasonably drive.
Right.
Reasonably drive home. 1 beer a hole. It's like, all right, over an hour and a half. Okay, that's all right.
Pretty chill. It's a chill time. But yeah, working up to 18 holes is, you got to work up to it because it is a lot. Even 9 holes can take up to like 2.5 hours.
Especially out here in the valley, bro. It's 110 fucking degrees. You'd be dying.
Yeah,
there,
it's
bro.
insane, bro. I like to pay the twilight. Like,
yeah.
Catch the last.
Well, it's also cheaper too, man. You get the after 5 discount. You know what I'm saying?
And it's nice. The sun's setting. Nobody's behind you rushing you.
That I hate.
Perfect time.
The golf etiquette's like played through. It's like, they fucking put me on last, so no one's behind me rushing me.
Nobody's rushing.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing out here. It takes me longer to find my ball than to take the shot. Where the fuck did it go?
Randy needs to play with the orange ones.
Yeah, exactly. I need glow in the dark or something. GPS on my balls. Like,
you try to play with the bright ones because you're like, I'm not trying to lose the ball. As soon as it goes up in the sky, it's gone.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck. You sliced it 200 yards to the right or to the left. You're like, fuck.
Exactly. We're in?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Welcome back. Welcome to the Ready Set Blow podcast. Got my man JT the Comic on. He's just fresh off the golf course, which I'm sure you've heard his voice because we've been talking for a little bit. I do a rolling start just so you know. We keep it real unprofessional on this podcast. Yes, he sounds like he came from an East LA mechanics garage, but he was apparently on a golf course before the
not
show.
Watering it or keeping the maintenance on it. Let's keep that real.
Yeah. He wasn't spraying it for bugs or anything. He wasn't weeding. He was actually playing,
enjoying myself in the sun.
Yeah.
That's a brutal sport, bro, because you are in the sun.
Well, I can see the addiction of it in that it's as we were talking about before. I can see why either you it's like one of those sports that you either really get into or it's just not for you. There's no there's no one on the margins.
There's no in between.
There's no casual golfer, because I feel like it's the one sport where no matter how athletically talented you are, like even Michael Jordan was terrible in his first round of golf.
Right.
Like all that shit. It's a completely different athletic skill set. It's more hand-eye coordination, patience, breathing. It's almost like archery. Like if your breath's off, your swing's gonna be off. All that shit.
Yeah. You don't take all of that into account until you start playing it. But yeah, you're right. There's no in between. And then I feel like golf is the only sport where if you ever dream of making it to professional golf, you can do so. So I just found out if your handicap is like a 1 or 2, you get invited to like a professional tournament.
You get to like a pro-am.
And
and if you win the pro-am, you get a card.
You get a card, So it's like, that's pretty dope that, I see why so many people are like hopeful out there playing, trying to fucking get better at this.
And too, it's one of the few sports where even if you might be struggling. I think, what is it, the top 100 get ranked or something like that?
Yeah, top 100.
Yeah, top 100 get ranked. Even if you're 99 and you're scraping by, you're playing golf. You know what I'm saying? And you can play that for 50 years.
Yeah.
It's not like you were like the 50th best running back in the NFL draft and you got picked up in the 8th round.
Right.
And you're gonna play one season and shred your legs and you're out.
Yeah.
You can play until you're dead.
Or you throw off your hip. But that's about it.
Yeah. But there's nothing stopping you from getting better every year. You can get better as you get older. It's one of those things. Sure. How you swinging? You doing all right? How long you been doing it, first of all?
So I've been playing it for about 6 to 8 months.
Okay.
I've been playing consistently, like once a week, sometimes twice a week. And right now, I'm like playing anywhere between like 14 to like 22 over.
That's pretty good.
You know,
That's pretty good right off the rip. Were you a
100.
baseball player?
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say because I feel like baseball players and
no, I didn't play baseball.
Oh, okay, because buddies of mine that were good at it starting out were baseball players or hockey players, and it's that they just have the hand-eye coordination of hitting a puck or a ball with a stick.
Yeah.
You know, like oh, it's just the ball's not moving or the puck's not moving. This is
just
So they know how to move their hips and get through it.
Yeah, I did break 100 though, which is impressive for someone who's just starting at a Handsome Dam golf course in
Handsome Dam,
Pacoima. You know, we're in the valley, baby.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, and it was cool because my last on the 17th hole, I almost hit a hole in one. I was literally like a quarter away from the hole, bro, from a hole in one, 185 yards, and I hit a birdie, and I didn't win the game, but I was the only player with a birdie, and I cracked under 100. So
yeah, for me
that was pretty cool.
Yeah, see, for me when I was like into playing more regularly, just keeping it under 100, I was like, all right, that's what all I want is to keep it under 100.
Yeah,
because I feel like if you keep it under 100, you can play with anybody.
Yeah,
it's like you're not holding anybody up.
Yeah, like on average, is you got players 85 to 100.
Yeah,
so you're anywhere in between there. You're all right. You know, if you got anywhere between 70 and 80, 85, I mean, you're pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good. I remember there was two. It was a golf course in Foxwoods in Connecticut. Mm-hmm. The closest I ever come to birding, back-to-back holes. I could have birdied, and of course I fucking flubbed it.
Yeah, you three-putt that bitch.
Exactly. He's like, but both 2 holes in a row. I was like, oh shit, and I think they were par 4s.
You drive it in the green, and
but I was within like 12 feet on both.
Yeah,
and I 2-putted it and. Ended up parring one. I think bogeyed the other one. But the fact that I even had a chance at a birdie, I was like, whoa.
Those are the ones that get away, the ones that hurt the most. You're like, fuck, you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's that's that old saying, right? You drive for show, putt for dough.
Yeah.
That's why I started to when I was sort of trying to get into it, I spent a lot of time chipping. Right, because you could chip yourself onto a green or get yourself out of a bunker.
Yeah.
Like you cut off a lot of shots with simple shit like that.
Yeah.
So I remember I used to go to the Chelsea Piers driving range in New York City. And it was open 24 hours, 365, and it was like electronics. So like they teed up the ball for you, So you didn't even need attendance. Like it just ran by itself. And I would just bring a driving wedge, like my driver, a 5-iron, a pitching wedge.
That's it.
Yeah, and I would just off the tee, hit it flat off half the carpet, and then. Can I get it up and down in 30 feet? With a pitching wedge. And I got good with the pitching wedge. And then that's how I was able to fucking potentially birdie twice.
Yeah,
because I was able to pitch it onto the green out of trouble.
Yeah, but I think putting is more important than driving this shit.
I mean, it's the hardest to read. I don't know how they read greens and shit.
Yeah,
like you look at it and you think in your head that's how it is. It's like, and then I've gone golfing with buddies of mine who were like course pros, like at their home club. Like it seems like it breaks this way, and they go, yeah, but no, come over here and look on this side.
You can see the
it's like no, it goes up and then back down. I'm like, how the fuck did you see that?
Yeah,
it's like, well, you look at enough greens, you can tell.
You start recognizing them. Yeah, but the putting is because like you said, you can land on the green and then 3-putt that bitch.
Fuck that shit. Yeah, fuck that shit up.
And you can fucking hit if you're not comfortable with your driver, you can hit like a 5-iron or a 6-iron. And get a decent shot down the fairway, and then chip it, like you said, use your wedge,
For a long time, I didn't use the driver because you
didn't trust it.
Yeah, the angle of the face, so I would just use the heaviest iron I had. Fucking 3-iron I had one with my.
Damn, 3-iron.
When I finally bought a set of clubs, they were all used clubs.
Yeah.
And I bought them from a buddy of mine, and he goes, he was like a big time golfer.
Right.
And he's like, actually, let me fucking. I got an extra 3-iron somewhere. Like, let me put that in for you because I know I've seen you with the driver. You need the fucking 3-iron.
Yeah, you need the extra help you can get.
It's like hard to find,
Fast.
Like, you need a 3-iron.
Yeah, I'm getting
like you swing too aggressive. Standing farther back from the ball with the driver is not good for you. You want to choke up on it. So
choke up a little.
I'll give you a 3-iron so you can choke up.
So use that.
Yeah, he's like it's basically the baseball bat for golf.
Yeah, for real. Or the worst is when you get a player who's just starting to play and he has that baseball swing, but he's good at this shit. Like he'll be raking the ball. And you're like, how the fuck? Like you're here trying to work all these techniques, and you keep slicing it, you keep chunking it.
Yeah.
And here comes a baseball player, like you said, baseball swing.
Yeah, and he just knows how to move his hips, and he'll fucking destroy it 400 yards. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But then you give him the putter, and he's like, all right, there you are.
There you go. That's where you belong.
Dude, it's so funny. One of the and I made this analogy like years ago when I first started comedy, and not when I first started, but like after I started getting good, and you're doing well on stage.
Right.
It kind of I made the analogy that like killing on stage kind of feels like hitting a perfect drive, in that you don't even feel it. It just click and it's over. I remember the first time I killed like a fucking 10-minute set, and it's like, wait, that was 10 minutes. That's it. Like what? Like I don't remember what happened between when I grabbed the mic until when I put it in the stand. It was just over. Yeah. But that's what a good golf swing was like. Like you don't feel it. You just hear click, and the fucking ball goes sailing. Straight down, up and down. Fucking no deviation left or right, just exactly where you hit it. Yeah. It's kind of like that.
And it's almost the same, like addictive feeling.
Yeah.
Because
you chase that. It's like a junkie.
For me, like stand-up comedy, like there's no drug that can give you
Nothing.
That high.
Yeah, I tell everybody that. It's like, listen, I've been with a lot of beautiful women. I've had lots of fun times. I had money and lost it. I made it back again. I've done all the drugs you can think of. Nothing beats killing on stage. Yeah. Nothing. Yeah. How do you describe it to somebody?
You can.
It's like you feel like you're floating.
Yeah. It's like you have like an out of body experience.
Yeah, you feel like you're watching yourself.
You're watching yourself, and then you have full control of the room, and like anything you say.
You get quiet when we don't get quiet.
And then boom. It's like
they're laughing at your setups.
Yeah, bro. That shit's like you can't explain that feeling, bro. It's like either you know or you don't know. Like everybody's looking up at you like
but golf is that way, like you said. Like when you fucking smoke one, it's like
you know what
you keep chasing that. I'm like I hit one good drive, and the rest of the match, the rest of the fucking the round rather. I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna do it like that. Yeah. But it's like nope. It's
you
like
can't
comedy.
match it. Yeah,
the first time you tell a joke and it crushes, I'm gonna tell it like that every time. And you keep trying to tell it. It's like, why wasn't it like that?
Yeah, how come it didn't hit the same way? It didn't work out the same way.
You keep listening back to the old tapes. What was different about that time?
Like, was I off? Like, nah, it's the same thing, bro.
Yeah, but I could see the obsession of it because it's the minutia that gets you. That's the thing about comedy too, right? I mean, like
you keep coming back to it.
Yeah, you have the same. Like your act is your ideas,
right?
And you're putting them out there, and you try to find a way to make them funny. But then when they really hit, it's like, all right, how do I replicate that over and over and over again? And that's what separates the Tiger Woods of the world and the fucking Phil Mickelsons. And the Dave Chappelle's and the Bill Burrs from the rest of us who fucking can't repeat that over and over and over again.
Yeah. And what's most impressive too, bro? Like in the PGA, like how they have fans around the fairway.
Yeah.
And like, how the fuck you trust to sit there?
I think about that every time. I'm like, these guys are so good.
They can still slice the shit out.
That's what I'm saying. These guys are so good that they're not afraid to line up 4,000 people.
Yeah.
In a 4-foot channel. Yeah. It's like if that was me, all of them, their lives would be in danger. So,
oh yeah, easily. I'm thinking now 2, 3, 4 people at a time, bro. Like
yeah, there'd be deaths on the golf course if they line them up that close to where I'm driving. I'll slice it and take someone's head off.
I can't even have my friends line up too close behind me. I'm like, hey, bro, watch the fuck back, bro. It's with this big ass club, bro. Yeah, man.
What's your what's your favorite type of course to play? Have you been out? Have you just played the ones out here, or have you been like traveling around trying to go see courses? Because when you get hooked, you get hooked. I know when you get into something.
Yeah. No. So we played the Glen Oaks one, which I feel like that's a great ass course if you're starting off. The greens are very well taken care of, and it's only $13, bro. So it's like, dude, that's a doable recent round. You have fun. It's a little pitch and putt, but
that's where you should start though.
Yeah.
Playing par 3 courses.
It's good. Like I only use 7, 8, 9 and a pitch and putt.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You bring small.
Yeah, on that course, it's good. It's like I said, it's green. It's nice. A beautiful course for the $13. You can't go wrong. The other one that I really like is Cerritos Ironwood.
Okay.
I think that's what it's called. That's a par 3, and there's 2 par 4, so you can use a driver on 2 of them holes. Okay. So that's cool. You get to use a little bit more of your tools. And then the most recent one that I've played at is the Montebello one off the 60 next to Top Golf.
Okay.
Bay Verde.
Yeah.
I think that's what it's called.
Top Golf is fun.
It's cool, but once you start playing real golf, you know, Top
No,
Golf
but,
ain't
I mean,
shit.
listen,
homie,
yeah, no,
right?
but Top
Like,
Golf is it's like going to the bar. You know what I'm saying? It's like something.
Yeah.
Instead of playing darts, you're shooting. You know,
Yeah.
You're swinging sticks.
For sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, so right now, my favorite one is the one in Montebello because it's green. I like the 18 holes in Hanson, the one out here in the valley.
They must get hot as shit.
So
this
those
time
two
of
are
year,
those two are my favorite ones, the Montebello one and Hanson. But
have you bought your own clubs now?
yeah, I have some used ones, but I'm like at the point where like, all right, maybe I should.
That's what I'm saying.
invest.
Are you good enough to like now? I should get like a
Yeah.
set of clubs that have grips that fit me, and
Yes.
you know the length is right for me, and all that shit.
Yeah. I think we're getting to that point where it's like, all right, let's invest in a good little $1,200 set.
Okay.
That, you know, like you said, it's fitted. It's better
you're happy
quality.
to play with them.
Yeah. Like if I'm gonna invest, like I'm here for the long run. You know, I'm gonna play for.
Well, I mean,
next...
you did the smart thing. It's, how many times have you been to the gym? You know, I've been to a gym. You see a girl like or anybody like they got all the gear and it's their first time. And they ain't coming back. It's like,
And they ain't coming back.
Motherfucker, show up in your work out like RFK Jr. in your jeans.
Yeah.
Until you know you're gonna come every fucking Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Then buy the Lululemon shit.
Yeah.
Don't spend fucking $1,500 on Lululemon gear
For one day.
And do one F45 class and call it. You know.
But no, yeah. So I'm at that point where I'm gonna invest into like some nice clubs. Soon, you know.
Yeah. So you saying you're an entrepreneur? What kind of business you got besides the comedy work?
So I do a social media marketing and like kind of similar to this, right? I produce podcasts myself.
All right, well, you got some competition, Mike.
No competition, bro.
Let me play, son. What kind of rate you got?
Hey, Mike,
you're in North Hollywood. I'll come to North Hollywood.
There's no competition,
fuck
bro.
Mike. No, I'm kidding.
Fuck Mike
Over
on
here
three.
looking at golf clubs. We'll have to play for it.
Yeah, there you go. See?
I bet Mike Nell's good at
Closest
golf.
to the pin, closest to the
Mike
pin.
Nell seems like the kind of guy that's sneaky good at golf.
Yeah,
You know, he smokes a lot of weed. Weed smokers are better at golf, son.
No, that's what we
drinkers,
do.
Drinkers aren't good at
We
golf.
go out there,
Weed smokers
I
are good
don't
at golf.
drink, we'll spark one up, a cigar, you know, and just... Bro, you play more loose.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
fun,
It's casual. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's casual.
Yeah.
And that's what it is in golf. You just got to trust the club to do his work. You just got to dance with it, you know?
That's why I'm terrible at it.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm always fucking, strangling that motherfucker.
Choking that shit.
Trying to gorilla fuck the ball into the hole. It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
It doesn't work all the time, bro. At all. You know?
It doesn't work at all.
Yeah, bro. So I do that for a living. You know, I work with businesses. I do like their social media content to promote, you know, business. Like I'm in the process of learning how to run ads and stuff like that to kind of, you know, guarantee more ROI on.
I'd love to talk to you about that because I'm curious just about. Look, you definitely don't know this about because for those that are listening, he and I met. Me and JT met probably about 3-4 weeks ago.
Right.
At Dave Hahn's show down in Redondo.
Right.
He had a very funny set. One of his jokes, I still tease my girl about because she was laughing so hard about this shit.
Yeah.
You know,
Which one was it?
Bringing back calling people gay.
Oh yeah, for funsies. Yeah. People are too soft nowadays, bro.
He's like, yo, man, it raised the level of competition, calling motherfuckers gay. You know what I'm saying?
Right, bro. Did you ever play that game? Yeah, bro. Like, we used to
last
teach
one in
each
the
other.
pool is gay. It's like motherfuckers
everybody
got in the
run
pool
and jump in the fucking pool. You know, God forbid you're the last one, bro. You know. You don't even cannonball to that shit. You stop like, oh fuck.
Yeah,
right,
fuck.
I'm just gonna go home.
Man, you take your shit and leave.
Yeah, I'm gonna get called gay all day. Nah, I'm good.
Gay all day.
Nah, I'm good, bro. You know, like,
Exactly.
Fuck it. We'll try it again just tomorrow, bro.
I'm saying you didn't know that about me. So I used to before I got into comedy, I was on Wall Street a finance guy for a long time.
Right.
That's how I got into golf. But starting your own business, I didn't do that in comedy. Just getting into business was the thing. Mm-hmm. But did you start this business before you got into comedy, or was it like was the social media?
So so
part of it.
No, so I grew up and I went to school and I graduated in communication studies. So
Okay.
I was used to doing like speeches, presentations, and stuff like that. And I was a big fan of stand-up comedy, and I would always be like, man, I can do that shit. Until it only took me like 5 years to saying that. Until
really, it took me 33.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, I was 8 or I was 9 when I first watched it, so it took me 24 years.
Oh no! I mean, like I was a fan, but I wasn't like, I want to do this.
Yeah.
Like,
I still didn't think I could do it.
From the moment I said like, I would want to try this, it took me 4 years to actually do it. From
God bless you, because in my circumstance, I was like, that's not real. I can't do that.
Yeah.
And it's other comedians who I knew. Who had been doing it? Some guys in Boston and a couple guys here. One guy here is like, no, you can give it a shot. You can do that. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
You know, but when they said that, it took me a year. It took me 15 months. I told them by Labor Day 2017.
Oh, so you're going on your anniversary tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm close. Yeah, next September 6th will be 8 years.
Okay.
Yeah. So I told them, I was like, I don't know. I was like, no, you could definitely do this. Like, all right. And then I quit my job. Or I didn't quit. They bought the company I was working for, and they bought me out of my package. So I had
that kind of gave you money.
I had like a year to just fuck around, whatever. Like, all right, now you have no excuse.
Yeah.
And this is in July of 2017. Like, all right, I told them it was like July 4th. I was like, all right, by Labor Day, you know. Mm-hmm. But they'd been on me for a year before that. So I had a little notepad with joke ideas.
Yeah, so
I didn't tell nobody. You know what I'm saying? So even when they said, all right, I could do it, I'm like, all right, give me another 3 months. I already had some ideas, but I was like, this shit, I got to get this shit ready for prime time. And of course, I fucking bombed my balls off the first time I went up. But it was such a, even bombing, I was like, this is fucking crazy. Like,
that's how
I felt so, I was like, this is
dope.
Yeah, like, it was this, I never did anything I cared about more or was more afraid of failing at.
Right.
And for me, a big motivator is fear of failure. I mean, I don't know about you, but like, if I'm going to do something, I want to win.
Right.
Like I'm very competitive in that.
Yeah, you're in it to win it.
Yeah, like I don't want to suck, And with comedy, unlike other things, like most other things in life that I've attempted, I don't want to suck because I don't want other people to think I'm a scrub. In this business, I was like, I don't want to suck because what am I going to fucking lay waste to all the work that Richard Pryor and George Carlin and all the heroes that I've had watched growing up.
For sure.
Like I want to do right by comedy, not right by me. Right. So like, am I a fucking disgrace to this business?
Right. Just as long as you're not disgracing it, you're okay with that.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as work.
Yeah. So that was the thing always with me. It's like you could say I'm not good now, but am I getting better? And I always said it, even if I don't get paid a nickel doing this, as long as I feel like I'm getting better every day, I'll keep going.
I'll keep
going.
Yeah,
I'll keep going. As long as I like what I'm doing, and I feel like I'm getting funnier, then I'll keep going.
Yeah.
And then once you get up there, like you said, like bombing hurt so much that I didn't like it. I was like, I'm not leaving the gym on a missed jump shot. Like that's not the last time I'm doing. So the harder I bomb, the more I want to go up again.
Yeah. So it's a never-ending cycle.
Yeah, exactly. That's how you know you're a junkie. It really is an addiction thing.
It is.
Like,
it is.
Like the good. Like if it's great, it's like I want more. And if it's terrible, no heroin addicts like that was the worst bag of heroin I ever had.
Yeah, I'm
going to end on that. I want to end on a high note. But then you get the high note. You're like, no, I want more of that.
More of that. Yeah, you need your juice again. Yeah.
That's how you know it's like an addiction thing.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I tell young comics, like, should I do it? Or I'm thinking about doing it. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah.
Like I'm not.
Do it,
first of all, your success is not taken away from mine in this business.
Right.
This is one of the few businesses in the world where the pie is infinite. Your jokes aren't my jokes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Laughter, we can make laughter from nothing. You know what I'm saying? So like our commodity is infinite. Mm-hmm. So the more you make people laugh, that has nothing to do with how I make people laugh.
Right.
So the pie we can grow, and it's not hurting anybody. You know what I'm saying? As long as I'm enjoying it, and you're enjoying it.
That's just how I feel in general with everything. That's like earlier with the comment with
that's
Mike. It's like, bro, the sun shines for everybody, dog. It's just who you know and how you know how to work your gift.
Well, that's one of the things I realized about you right away, just talking with you, man. It's that you come from a place of abundance. It's like, what's mine is not taken away from you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what's yours is not taken away from you.
Yeah.
So, and I'm glad in fact, I want you to do better so we can do better.
Absolutely, bro. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like your success is not going to...
And that's how you know, like, who your real friends are,
yes.
bro. It's like when they're not hating on you for your success, or you don't hate or feel a certain way towards one of your friends' success, because like you said, ultimately, like if they win, I win. If I win, you win, and we all win. You know, so it's like, why am I gonna hate? So I think that's how you kind of learn to weed out some of your closest friends. It's like,
it's a value system
and stuff like that. Yeah, for sure.
And I think that's a very Latin American thing.
Yeah, but to answer your question, let's bring it back. I used to do HR, so I went to school, got a bachelor's, and I was Yeah.
You used to
I used to do HR, brother. I went up as high as an HR business partner for an aerospace company.
Wow.
Here in Santa Clarita, bro.
And aerospace company, a lot of clearances and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of rules.
Yeah, a lot of rules. And I was the dopest HR. Like, the way you see me is how I would go to work. Like, I always go with my hats, bro, looking fresh.
He got caught up in those Epstein flight logs, and now he's here.
Now I'm here, dog. Now I'm here, bro. Like, Bro, I used to be the coolest HR dog. Like I had the best like communication with all the employees. I had my pulse on the finger.
Yeah.
It was out there because I had that rapport. You know,
Yeah.
like I'm just going there talking to them, just fucking with them.
Yeah.
And you know, just kind of humanizing myself to them and let them know like, hey, HR's not the bad people. Like, you know, like they would trust me and they would come to me
Yeah.
for things. So it was cool. I really loved that job, except like the payroll part. Like I hated the responsibility of having to pay like 200 people and you know
it
finding
weighs a lot.
discrepancies and
It
shit.
weighs
So
a lot.
like
It weighs a
every
lot.
2 weeks it was kind of hectic when
So
I had to
what,
go
that's
to do
what
the
I
payroll.
got. So I was a CFO type guy. So
Yeah, yeah.
I was responsible for payroll, and that weighs heavy.
Yeah. So
But same thing. It's tough but fair. It's like, you know, I'll calculate your number right, but do you deserve X, Y, or Z?
Yeah.
You come with some bullshit, you know,
Yeah.
kind of thing, you know. And same thing. I was the same way I talk to you, same way I talk to everybody, even in my day jobs. It's like fucking. It's like I'm going to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
I'm not going to bullshit you, and people can become honest with you in that way.
Right.
It's almost like they can sense your value system. Like, yeah, like he might not be the idea of a polished HR executive,
Right.
but he's getting the job done. People are responding to him.
I'm
They're-
relatable to them.
They're relatable, and they're giving you the truth, which allows you to make the right decisions.
Right,
Because a
right,
lot of
right.
times in HR, there's a lot of bullshit flying around.
There's a lot of bullshit, and you learn to spot that quick too.
Yeah.
You know, like you know when someone's bullshitting you or not. Like it was funny because I would find myself disciplining fucking old ass ladies that are like in their 50s, 60s, and I'm
Yeah,
like
you're
here
a
like
young kid.
I'm the young kid telling them, hey, you know, stop gossiping or like you can't be saying shit like that, you know, like and then low key I'll be like, I feel you.
Yeah, I get
Go to
why
bitch,
you're doing it,
you know, but you
come
can't be
on.
doing that.
It's professional, you
You know,
It's work, you know.
And so like that was the funniest thing to me is like grown ass like people like older than me that I would have to be disciplining them, you know, or like terminating people and shit. You
Yeah.
know, like but I remember I used to get so excited. At first it used to suck terminating people, but I got to a point where it was exciting.
When did it get exciting?
Yeah, bro. Like
When
it's
did it
like
get exciting?
like I mean after like the 20th, you know,
Yeah.
termination you do.
But did they have it coming? Is the question.
Oh yeah. And
Yeah.
the crazy part is like most of them see the writing in the wall.
Yeah.
So it's like you learn not to feel as bad for them.
Yeah.
You know, so like, fuck, I remember when I got to that point, I used to wake up extra early, dog. You know, make sure I wear my high socks.
He put on boots like he was in prison,
Yeah,
ready
bro.
for the fight.
I'll fucking stop by and get a bag of hot Cheetos. And like, we're gonna have a good ass day today, bro. You know?
He put Vaseline on and shit in case they got.
Yeah, bro. Fucking put some Vaseline
in case
on.
they want to throw some elbows.
Yeah, bro. So like, and then I just got good at it where it was like, hey, you know, it's like just be straight up, lay it to them. Like, hey, unfortunately, this is not working out, and you know, here's all your resignation, all your stuff, and
Yeah, I was an over an emotional executive when I was in that. So like,
you would feel bad firing people.
No, I would. I was very generous to those who were helping the company. Overly. I mean, so me and this guy who my mentor who became my mentor, who ultimately we bought a business and then sold it. That's how I was able to get out and take a few years off to start comedy. You know, we would bonus down to levels that most companies wouldn't, like all the way down to the fucking guy on the docks. You know, to the janitor. You know, everyone. If the company succeeds, everyone gets a piece.
Right.
But if you fucked up, I was beyond unforgiving.
Oh shit!
You know,
So it was
and
tough. You were tough
yeah,
on that.
I was very well. Tough but fair. It's like, listen, if you're doing right, everyone gets a piece. If you're fucking up, I had no patience for it.
Yeah.
And I would take it personal.
Yeah, and as
You know,
soon as
'cause,
you snip it, they fix it.
Yeah,
As soon as you fix it.
and my boss was just like, all right, you have to sit, because it was a direct report of mine. He's like, you have to sit in. And I was I was a major executive. For the company. He's like, don't say anything. I was like, why not? He's like, because if you say anything, we're gonna get a fucking lawsuit lobbed at us.
Yeah.
Because you could tell how angry I was.
Yeah.
At this guy who was this guy was taking advantage of his position, and stealing from the company.
Oh, so he's embezzling.
Yeah, and he was also belittling female employees.
Oh.
And he said, Randy, if you say anything, you're gonna strangle the guy. I said, yeah. Like we gave him rope and he hung himself, so now I'm gonna pull the noose. He's like, no, you can't. You know, 'cause like
They trying to handle it like a true fucking Italian, bro. He'll break his fucking knees, man.
I want to break his fucking head open. You can't don't say anything.
Yeah.
So I'm just in there, fucking steam coming out of my ear.
Yeah, you're hot, fuming.
Yeah, well, 'cause, I mean, you know, when it's like anything else, you're trying to build a team. You want everyone to row in the same direction.
Right.
You know, if we all have the same incentives, I know, you know, if I make money, you make money, then I know whatever you're up to is going to make me money too.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
On
have
the
to
same frequency.
Exactly. I don't have to worry about you scamming me or fucking the company or fucking any other of our coworkers if we all get rewarded in the same way.
Right.
This guy was taking money on the side that we didn't know about, and I found out. And I was like, I'm gonna fucking yank him. He's like, you can't just, you know.
Yeah.
The guy has rights.
Yeah, you can't take it personal, bro.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I took it personal.
That's company's money.
Yeah,
Not
but I
your
took it
fucking money. You know?
I was like, I'm here trying to help everybody, and he's fucking everybody else. He's
Yeah.
fucking his teammates over.
Yeah.
Like the idea that you're gonna, you know, sabotage the rest of your team.
Right.
Because I thought we were all on the same team. You're gonna
Yeah.
sabotage that bothered me. But they, but you know, he's like, just don't say anything. We'll get rid of him. Just sit there and nod. You know, like,
Yeah,
we need you there as a witness.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
And you always want to do that when you're firing someone. You want to have somebody else. I mean, if I was that HR, I would have had someone else except for you. Even though that's your
No. I was. There was
no. Even though you were the
there was the
direct
head of
report.
HR, the CEO, and me. And as the head of the department, I didn't say a word. I was just there as the third witness.
Yeah.
No, so that's what happened. They're like, we have two other guys. We just need you there as this direct report.
Yeah.
And I said, good, because
Just be a fly on the wall.
Yeah, because I'd have just dragged him by his hair off the goddamn out of the office. You know?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, because I mean, he's stealing from the company, but he's stealing from his teammates. You know, from people that below him. You know? I always worry about the people. Yeah, I mean, you're only as good as your weakest link. You know what I'm saying? Like, if the guy who's sweeping up the floor at my company's not happy, how the fuck am I gonna, you know, go in there and pretend like shit's straight? Like,
For sure.
Like, I mean, you know this. You know, fucking. As a Mexican, the valet guy controls the world. You know, the maintenance guy has all the dirt on everybody. They're the one cleaning the trash, seeing who's talking to who. You know, like, you know, they have, you know, they know what's up.
Yeah,
you know, like
true.
if the people at the bottom aren't okay, how the fuck are the people at the top going to survive?
Yeah.
You know, and this is not just me being like caring about. I mean, it's nice to be nice to everybody. But you know this. If you can't take care of everybody in the crew,
right,
that weak link is gonna be the one who fucking ruins it for everybody else.
Yeah.
You know, so you got to worry about the weakest link. Yeah.
Even in your circle of friends,
Yeah,
you know,
man.
you can't be the weakest one out of your circle.
No,
yeah, that's how you get on the chopping board. Huh? You know, you get on the chop. That's one quick way to get a pink slip, bro. Here you go. Saw you, player. You know, stay on that side of town, bro. I don't need you no more, bro. Like,
so when did you decide to strike out on your own?
So then in that last company I had, I got fired, and by that point I was already
Blessing in disguise sometimes, right?
Yeah. So by that point I had an open mic out here in the valley, and that we ran through. We started in the COVID, and it was off our backyard, and it was good, bro. You know, we're bringing money because it was a slaughter mic, and it was cool. It was like a little business that me and my roommate had, and we would take pictures and we do recap videos to promote the mic, right? Like just pump it. And I found myself like liking cameras and taking pictures, and I was like, you know
so
what?
you were booking shows before you got into it?
Yeah.
Okay,
so I was already doing comedy while I was doing HR, and then I got fired from HR. But I had already picked up kind of like a hobby with the camera, and at that point,
and started booking shows at your place.
So I started booking shows at my place. So I started doing that, and I started recording comedy sets, and then I remember Richard Villa. I remember I mentioned.
Yeah.
So I did a show with Richard Villa, and he's like, he saw my profile, and I had some videos I done with high quality, like some talking heads.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey bro, what else you do? Like, so I told him I do that. So he's like, all right, bro. He's like, I'm gonna go on the road up north. You want to come with me and like record my set and clip them and stuff like that? So I'm like, yeah, down. So I ended up going with him. And then he kind of introduced me to like the Alfred Robles and, you know, like the bigger comics that I know now is like through him. So shout out to Richard Villa, you know, was putting me on. And, you know, I kind of met him. And then I would say the same thing to other comics, you know, like, hey, bro, like I'll charge you, you know, $75 for a tape. I'll record your audio, everything. And, you know, some of them would hire me. And then I remember I hit up somebody and he's like, hey, I was like, hey, you need your comedy recorded, let me know.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't. He's like, but my cousin needs a camera guy and he has a podcast. So I started working with him, and then from working with him, he's a real estate investor and stuff like that. So he knew other like investors and, you know, people with businesses, and he kind of plugged me with them. So then I found myself having a little business where like, oh shit, now I'm running content for these people. Dude. And I'm like, oh fuck, okay. So then I double down on it, and just listening to their advice and stuff like that. So I'm always with business owners, so I'm like learning from.
Yeah, well, I mean,
From
every
entrepreneurs,
stand-up comedian is essentially a individual
And every
entrepreneur.
business, we're a
Entrepreneur.
business, for
every
sure.
every comic is an individual entrepreneur.
Yeah.
But isn't that the thing that like that's something that I learned, later in life, but it became sort of a mantra for me. It became like a real foundation of it. It's that doing something positive, you don't know the knock-on effects of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like doing something you like,
Yeah.
and that you're good at. You got into this. You didn't know it was going to be. Oh, I didn't know this could be a whole social media marketing business.
Yeah, it's a whole
Right,
business.
right.
Yeah.
You got into comedy because you liked it. You started a little show at your house,
And I start fucking with cameras because I liked it.
Yeah,
and, then,
and that snowballs into shit. One day
and that
this comes from it.
And
You
that
know,
all
right?
aligns with my purpose because now
Yeah.
I'm in the industry. Like I've done like recap videos. I find myself behind concerts and like on stage with like rappers, and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, heroes
like,
of yours. Yeah,
Yeah, like what the fuck, and
Well,
I'm getting paid to be there, and
right.
like,
And it feels like stealing. It's like,
Yeah,
what?
bro,
It's like, what?
like-
I do this shit for free. So.
bro, like ever since I got fired, and I've been on my own, I'm entrepreneur journey, which has been like 2 years now. Every day feels like a Friday, bro.
Yeah,
Every day
that's
you
the
wake
thing,
up
right?
and it's like you're excited to do what you do.
And that's the thing. Like I said, doing something that you enjoy that brings other people value. You don't know the knock-on positive benefit of that.
Yeah.
Like I said, if I never tell another joke again, I've met so many people in this business and have gotten so much better as a public speaker.
Right.
But who knows what it's going to bring
Right.
down the road? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, just doing the right thing breeds opportunity. And it sounds fucking Pollyannish, and I'm not. And people know who listen to this podcast. I'm not that guy. I don't live in a world of sunshine and rainbows. I think
Right.
the world's a tough fucking place, and they're all looking to kill you.
Yeah.
But when you're doing something you love, and people see that, and you're good at it, the knock-on effects of that are infinite.
Right.
What could happen is impossible.
Yeah, and
You
it's
know?
contagious too because
and
like
that's the big. It's people love to watch other people love doing what they do.
Yes.
That contagion.
and that's attraction.
Yeah, man.
You're attracting.
Yeah, man.
All the opportunities, bro, because you're moving in such a frequency where it comes from joy, it comes from positivity.
Yes.
and it's an aura you put out, bro. Like people
Yes.
ask me, how are you him? And it's like, I'm just me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
dude, yeah.
like you just move like you in a positive way and with good, like you said, in abundance. Like you sense that, like
Yes,
it's an aura
yeah.
that you put out, and people are
You're happy to
attracted
be there.
that.
Like,
yeah,
it's like, fuck, yeah, man.
Like,
This
bro,
is,
I'm
it's all-
excited. I wouldn't be in
everything's
any
a
other
cherry
place,
on top.
yeah.
When you move, like everything's a cherry on top. People feel that.
Yeah.
Like they want to be around that.
Yeah.
They want to be around that feeling.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, hey, maybe we can do something, maybe not. Otherwise, we'll just have a good time. Just
Yeah,
fucking,
absolutely.
Then let's have a good time, and maybe we can make something of it. You know, like.
Right.
I told my old boss that when I was leaving the company, because they were buying me out, and he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I can't do more." I'm like, "Oh, don't worry, I'm going to do this." He's like, "Oh, really?" I'm like, "Yeah,
We just told him I'm gonna go do comedy.
yeah." I told him, I was like, "I'm thinking about getting into comedy." He's like, "What do you think about doing?" He's like, "You want to own a club?" Because I was
Yeah,
a
and
private
finance
guy.
and stuff there.
Yeah, I said, "Yeah, I thought about that." I was like, "But maybe I want to perform." He's like, "Well, if you want to own a club, call me. I have the money." I'm like,
Yeah.
Just because I was so sincere about it.
So you have available funds ready to open a
and I
club.
didn't ask him for any money.
No. But
yeah,
I'm
no,
saying,
but he saw that I was excited about something. He'd seen me perform, and I told him. I told him on the way out. I was like, his name is James. So James, you love doing this business, and I worked with you because you love doing this business, and I love working for you.
Yeah.
But now that I'm going on my own, I want to find the thing that I love the way you love this.
Yeah.
And that's when he was like, okay, whatever you need. He's like, if you did this well working for me because you like watching me build my dream,
Yeah.
I want to help you build yours.
Oh, that's
You
what's
know,
up.
you know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
what's up, bro.
and that's why I call him a personal mentor and a
And
personal
that's
friend.
love, bro.
Right?
That's
you know what I'm saying?
love.
To find
That's,
somebody like that,
You
And
still
it's not-
talk to him or
all the time, all
That's
the time,
what's up.
all
Yeah,
the time. And there's not enough of that.
How important is it for you to like maintain relationships, bro?
It's very important, but I'm also very bad at it. So I have to make a point to. But that being said, I'm bad at it because I'm always on the next thing. So the people that in my life that know that about me, I tell them now that I'm older. When I was in my 20s, I wasn't smart enough to know that. But now when I'm older, hey, listen, just because I haven't contacted you in a couple months doesn't mean I forgot about you. I'm busy. If you need me, call me and I'll drop everything.
Right.
But if I have a free moment, I remember I'll call you. So you have to be clear about how you deal with these kind of things.
Yeah.
And when I first started in comedy, he was checking out on me. And now that I'm doing all right in comedy, and he's moved on to he's written books and is now doing tours because he was a big successful private equity investor.
Right.
I'm trying to call him like, hey man, how's everything going with the book? How's the tour going? You sort of pay it back and forth. Just know that because we're both busy, it doesn't mean I forgot.
Right.
Kind of thing. But the mentorship is big. Finding people that care about it's so hard. A lot of people are out here talking about, I got this friend, that friend. They're not fucking friends. They're people you know.
Yeah.
Friends are people who share the same values as you. Who they're friends of mine I haven't spoken to in 6 months. If they called me right now in the middle of this podcast, I wouldn't even say goodbye. I'd leave. Like, hey, I need you. Fly to San Francisco. I'd straight there. You know, that's the kind of level that you want to be at. Right. Someone, especially if someone you're in business with.
For sure.
For sure. Someone that you trust with your life. But that's the thing. Like to help each other in that way is so rewarding. And even to ask for help in that way, like because a lot of times, there are times that people want to help you, and you're like, no, I got this on my own. Like, but fucking sometimes you gotta ask. No, man, did they want to help? Not letting them help is disrespectful to them.
Right.
My therapist told me this one time. He goes, Randy, so and so said they want to help you. Yeah, it's like, but you don't want their help because you want to do it on your own. Yeah. He's like, how would you feel if they said that to you? You wanted to help and they refuse your help.
Yeah.
So I'd be fucking pissed. They stole an opportunity. I love helping my friends. They stole that opportunity from me.
Right.
He's like, well, don't take that opportunity from them to help you. Right? You know what I'm saying? That kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then that's what it sort of opened my eyes. Like, all right, wait a minute. We're all in this thing together.
Right.
And as long as you find people that have the same values as you, you guys can move around the world in any way you want. And anything's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely, bro. Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah. So I mean, so what are the next plans for the social media business before we get back to the comedy?
Oh, yeah. So
'cause I feel like that's how you got into this thing. And
doing what?
I'm saying, I feel like you got into social media and comedy at the same time. The social media marketing and comedy.
No, so the comedy came first. I was already doing stand-up as an HR.
Okay.
And then it wasn't until I got fired 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
That I had already took an interest, and then I dove into like
I got you.
social media marketing and stuff like that. And then I was able to grow my account and stuff. So it's like finding little things that work for me, stuff like that. And that has been working, bro. And actually, today's the 31st or the 1st? The 31st, right?
31st.
Yep. Yeah, so
I had to look at Mike. What's today?
Yeah, today's the 31st, bro. But actually, this month, the month of August, has been the biggest gross income month I've ever had.
Nice, dude. Congratulations.
Ever, bro. So, like, I had a bunch of shows, including the one where we met in the beginning of the month and stuff like that. So, it's like, I've definitely been grateful and blessed, bro, that I've been aligned with my purpose. And, my business is doing good, comedy's doing good, and I'm excited for the opportunities that are to come, bro. For sure.
Do they ever? I mean, I assume they never come into conflict because it seems like that's actually one thing that I thought was really smart that you picked up on was if you have social media skills and videography skills to bring it to comedy for comedians who don't do that.
Yeah.
But do they ever come into conflict where I don't.
Like we can't work with you because you said this joke or something.
No, or you don't like the comic, or worse, where you're trying to be a comedian and they're like, no, I just want you to do this for me.
Oh no. I don't really work with comics, bro. To be honest. And,
okay.
Yeah, mainly because they're broke. I don't give a fuck. I'll say that shit, bro.
Mike, you hear that?
Motherfuckers.
Mike, no, you hear that?
Motherfuckers try to lowball you, bro. Like, nah, I'm good, bro. They think this is a passion project, bro, but nah, this is how I make a living.
The reason why Mike Nell gives me so much leeway in this studio is because I always put the business first. Like, tell me what the money problem is, and I'll solve that, and then we'll deal with my comedy issues later.
Yeah.
What does it cost you, and I'll take care of that, and then
Yeah, nah, and I mean that's just the honest truth,
yeah,
bro.
Dude,
like,
it is.
I don't, bro. I'd rather work with those who got it. I almost like to say that being an entrepreneur is like being a bad bitch. You only. You only want to be around those that got it to spend it, bro.
Yeah.
If not, then you just wasting my time. Get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah.
That's like honestly, that's if I was a bad bitch, that's how I would move.
Yeah,
like,
no, I mean,
hey, you gotta come with that bread, or you're not.
Dude, as soon as I started working a day job again about 2 years ago, and as soon as I did, I immediately started paying every comedian I know that does any work for me.
Yeah,
overpaying them.
Yeah.
I mean, at least at the time. I'm sure now Mike Nell's like, wait a minute, interest rates have gone up.
Yeah.
I was like, but who pays you first?
Yeah, no, but I mean, look,
who pays on the 1st of the month, not the 30th?
Not the 30th.
This guy.
That's good, bro. You know, like.
I tell them, it's like, what's your rent? I'll pay first.
But it's like you said earlier, like comedians, you are a business.
Yes.
We're a business. We're a brand. Like we gotta learn to market ourselves better and be better. And
Yes.
that's how you're gonna sell tickets, bro. Like I'm slowly figuring out with my business and doing sales and stuff like that and marketing.
Yeah.
Where I'm figuring it out and I'm gonna apply that to me, bro. And I'm gonna push those sales, bro. Because I've seen people and I work with people who've sold like seminars and they do public speaking and they're selling $1,000 a pop, bro.
Yeah. Well,
You know, a pop, bro, and they're bringing out 15, 20 people, and all they're
that's
doing
still
is
$20,000.
that's still 20,000 in one day,
we'll
bro.
bring 300
you know,
people and you give them fucking no money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
bro. It's like I can do the same. I can apply the exact same thing, except my seminar is gonna have comedy.
Yeah, exactly. They'll laugh
and then there's another
cry about what their dad did to them when they were 15.
And that's another source of income for myself too. Is I do public speaking, so I have an HR background, and I do like separate like contractual jobs, like a freelance job, where companies hire me and I go in there and I do like their sexual harassment training, work violence prevention, work violence prevention, and all that. And they know that I'm a comedian, so I make the training fun and funny. And there's already jokes in the whole set to the whole training.
Bro, we got to do a skit on the internet right now. So with the fucking sexual harassment training.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're the guy giving the sexual harassment training, I've seen your act. You're giving.
Hey. I don't harass nobody at work, dog.
No, I know, but I'm saying, but if you do the sexual harassment training, we should do a fake training on the internet. So that's what they should.
And it's funny, bro, because like that job is cool too, because it's like I already know my set. You know, it's an hour set, right? Because it's a 1 hour long class.
People aren't expecting to laugh, right?
They're not expecting to laugh.
So you hit them with the laughs, even though they're not.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like,
so we do all that sexual harassment, anti-bullying, you know, even like the gender woke shit, like, you know, the laws that are like kind of like, you know, make you discriminate
lame,
and stuff like that. Yeah.
I'll say it.
No, bro,
you don't
like,
have to say it. I'll say it.
No, I mean, bro, it's just the honest truth, bro, because most of the time when I get to that section, that part in the training where it's like, all right, you know, we come from different backgrounds, we have different ideas, so just be respectful and woo-de-woo, you know, you kind of lose most of the people, right?
Yeah, everyone rolls around like, oh, here we go.
Yeah, I've done like over 100 fucking companies, and every time we get to that part, you know, like, you know, especially like the older folks, they'd be asking questions, but why? You know, why can you wear a dress and shit and like, you know, all this stuff. But I mean,
I'm sure you got 1,000 funny examples. You know what I'm
saying?
Like,
it's funny, bro. Like,
I'm sure people ask why are black people allowed here in 1925 because it was fucked up back then. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you mean why?
But it's fun. Even doing those meetings are fun, bro, because like, you pull up and you don't know what to expect, right? Like, you don't know the audience, and then so you hit them, and then obviously like you gotta be cautious what you joke with them, or like
you don't know
if they're heckling you, like you can talk shit to them, but you gotta do it in a respectful way, right?
Yeah, you can't say a fucking mother.
Yeah. But they're so fun, bro. Like last year I did one in San Diego, right? So it's a company in San Diego, like they pay for me to go out there and do their training, and it was a construction company, so it's a bro,
I mean, I can't even imagine a harder audience.
Bro, so it's nothing but a bunch of testosterone in that room, dog.
Dude, yeah.
As soon as I walked in, there's like 90 fucking construction workers.
Hammers on
they're
them.
They're all fucking talking, and it's like their Christmas party right after this training, so they're like ready they're ready for me to be over so they can do raffles, and they have all this food catered and everything. So I pulled up, and I'm getting there a little bit late, right? Like a true fucking Mexican. And
which only lent to your credibility at the moment.
Yeah, right. So I get there, and but it was like there was an issue with like the address they gave me, whatever. So it was not my fault. So I get there, they charge there, and she's like, all right, cool. Like I show with my little PA system, and I'm walking down the aisle of the room, and the room's split in half, and there's like fucking 40 people and 40. There's like 90 people total, right? And I walk in, and I hear people already yapping in the back, like, oh, is this the guy that's gonna train us? Blah blah blah. And as soon as I cut my PA, I didn't even turn around. I said, yup, this is him, you know. And I automatically command control the room. And there's these older gentlemen, right? These old white people, like white guys and shit. They're like old, you know, like, and they're ready for retirement, like in their mid 60s,
leathered up,
but they're all white hair, white beard, everything. And I remember they started heckling me, right? Like off the bat, like they were just like kind of hazing me, and you know, I remember I got off that fucking gig, and I called my homie who gave me the gigs, right? Who gets me those gigs. And I'm like, hey, bro, I earned every fucking dollar of this meeting, bro, because like, you know, they started, they were out of control, but I got control of the room quick, right? And so they kind of roasted me. The guy kind of roasted me, and everybody started laughing, and he said something kind of foul, right? Where like with the HR there, the HR manager, and the HR manager just laughed it off.
Well, what's she gonna do?
So I was like,
yeah.
no. So she laughed it off, and I'm like, oh, it's game time, you know, because he
Well,
got away with calling
you
me.
gotta protect yourself.
Was saying some foul shit, like,
Yeah.
and you didn't give a fuck.
You gotta
and you
protect
started
yourself,
laughing,
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
well, I'm gonna fucking cook them back, right?
Yeah.
So I did, you know. I was like, all right, cell phone guys, you know, make sure, you know, do we all know what cell phones are? Like, especially these dinosaurs right here in the front. And bro, the whole room just fucking died, bro. And they shut up. Like they're just like, oh shit. And at the end of the presentation, they all came up to me. They're like, bro, like, thanks for doing it. You were fun. Like, this was so much better than watching a video.
Right, man. You made a sexual harassment training fun.
Yeah.
At a construction site.
At a construction site, bro. You know, so like,
which is impossible.
the irony, right? Yeah, no, they all loved it, bro. They're like, I was like, oh, I'm a comedian. They're like, well, no way, we gotta come check you out. And
Right.
I'm going to San Diego.
And it feeds each other.
Yeah,
It
so
feeds each other.
they followed me and everything,
Yeah.
and it's like, man, I love what I do, bro. So like, I'll be traveling up and down the state, you know, and fucking just.
That's good, man. It's so
a little
hard.
bit of everything, bro. You know,
That's what I'm saying. But it's so hard to find what it is you like. But it seems like you're in that spot. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, everyone cries the blues because they're not where they want to be in this business.
Mm-hmm.
But no one's happy with where they are. When if they think about themselves 2, 3, 5 years before,
Right,
they would have fucking killed to be where they are. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you forget how quickly it was. They're like, you know, I'm featuring. Why aren't I headlining? It's like I would have sucked a dick to feature in my first year.
I wouldn't.
You know what I'm saying?
Just make that shit clear. I wouldn't, bro. Like, I'm not that desperate, bro. You know, like, we gotta draw a line somewhere, pa. You know, like, we gotta draw a line somewhere. Right? Like,
I'm not that desperate.
yeah, bro. It's really back in, bro. But ask me, what's my dream, bro? Like,
What is your dream? What do you want to go
I'm
with
already
this?
living my dream,
There
bro.
you
Like
go,
you
man.
said, bro, you know, you gotta enjoy the journey, dog. You know, you can't
You see?
just fucking skip straight to the top. Like, you get lost trying to get to the top, and you don't advance nowhere because you're just like, fuck, why am I not here? You know, like,
Yeah.
it's like, bro, enjoy the journey, bro. Like,
Yeah. Are you Mexican? Is that a Mexican thing?
Yeah, I'm Mexican.
Because I feel like Mexican people just have a general spirit of appreciation.
not everybody, bro. I
You
feel
know what
like,
I'm saying? Like, I've never seen. I've seen Mexican ditch diggers just digging in heat, 110-degree heat here, putting a gas line down, and look up. Hey, hermano. Hey, how you doing?
Grateful as
Smiling.
fuck.
Just fucking happy to be here. You know,
Yeah.
it's like.
I'll tell you what, if
I feel
that
like
was
Mexican
me,
people understand that life,
I
that
wouldn't be as
struggle is
happy.
part of life. I feel like people of not just Mexican people of little means understand that struggle is part of life. But if that struggle is moving you toward the goal, what am I here to complain about? You know, like, I'm digging a ditch, but I'm here in America. I'm not in fucking Guadalajara doing this shit.
That's where I'm
you know what
from.
saying?
Careful there, buddy.
Right,
Careful
you know-
there.
I know.
Careful there, dog.
The original cartel. I know.
You watch your mouth, buddy. You fucking
I watch
your mouth.
Narcos. I know what it is.
Yeah, I'm from there, bro. From Guadalajara, bro.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying, though. But I feel like there's a pride in hard work and knowing that you're making moves to where you're going. That just any immigrant population or any population that's used to hard work is just at least I'm moving in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? Like. It's like, it could be worse. I could be digging this hole somewhere out back where I came from.
Yes.
But I'm here. I'm moving. Like you were saying, like, are you fucking fluffy? No. But you're making the move, so what do you got to complain about? Like, listen, I'm doing what I like to do. I'm putting food on the table. The fuck am I going to cry about? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I love my life,
that's
bro.
what I'm saying. I
love
can cry
my
about what I
life.
don't have,
Yeah.
but I'd rather be thankful for what I do have.
Yes, and once you focus on the little things, bro, on the things that you do have, you get more stuff.
Yeah.
Instead of focusing on things you don't have,
It draws
then you
people
get,
in,
don't
doesn't it?
get
Right?
Yeah.
It draws people into the thing.
Well, bro, I love my life, bro, and mainly because you said like life's a struggle. Like 2 years
supposed
ago,
to be.
2 years ago when I'm like trying to figure out my business stuff, like that shit was hard, bro. I lost my savings, bro. I got my shit repoed, bro. Like I was going through the mud, bro, and I didn't have suicidal thoughts, but there was points where I was like, oh, I see why people,
I get what I do.
unalive themselves, So I feel like if I got through like some of the worst times of my life, like there's nothing that can break me, bro. Like, everything else will fall into place. It will figure itself out. As long as it's moving you to your purpose, to your goal. Like
Exactly.
That's all that matters, bro.
I talk about that too. It's like, have you ever thought about suicide? It's like, no, I fantasize about it.
Yeah, I dream about this shit.
I fantasize like, what if I could? It was never something I would do.
It's
You know,
like,
like I wish I could. But I got things to do.
I got
You know what I'm
things
saying?
to do, yeah.
I got shit to do tomorrow.
It's like,
I don't have time to kill myself.
have you heard Louis C.K.'s joke about like suicide?
Which one?
Well, he has a couple of them, but I'm gonna botch it. I'm not gonna say it, but
Yeah.
it was like, bro, like suicide is one of those things where it's like, why do it, bro? Like you're still gonna end it. Like, I mean, your life's still gonna end eventually. Like, why speed up?
Yeah.
I'm botching it completely, but that's just hilarious. That shit had me
Yeah.
rolling.
Well, I remember going back 20 years ago. George Carlin talked about it, and he goes, "Guys, it's committing suicide. He's like, you got to write a note. Who's got the time?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he's like, by the time you're done finishing the note, you're not gonna do it. Like,
Yeah,
you're like, oh, I
fuck it. You
gotta
thought
write
about
this
it
many notes. I gotta write one to my mom, one to my wife, one to this. Fuck this. Like, fuck this. I'm
It's
going to
not
work.
worth it.
Fuck this. I'm going to work tomorrow. It's way easier to go to work tomorrow than kill myself.
Oh, absolutely. I think the premise was like, oh, why kill yourself? You know, if you don't do it, you're still gonna die.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
we're all gonna end up there. So
Yeah.
what's the rush?
What's the fucking rush, bro?
All right, I like to end the show with a little bit of news. I didn't tell you this for the show because it doesn't matter because I picked the stories.
All right.
So don't worry, it's nothing too heavy. But there's a couple things I want to ask your opinion about or get your reaction to.
Okay. No ice questions, please.
Oh well, listen, man. I'm not.
All right, let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up.
I'm not trying to get your fucking your people caught up in this one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna do ice on you, but there's actually a lot of relationship stuff that came through this week.
Cool. That's my niche and butter, bro. That's my bread and butter.
So it says the average man spends over $15,000 a year on his significant other in a relationship. So studies reveal that men spend significantly more in relationships than women, often due to traditional provider roles and income gaps. Lending Tree's 2025 report shows that men, on average, spend over $15,000 a year on extra dates, vacation, gifts, special occasions, and just things around the house. On average, Americans men annually spend roughly about $2,000 a month just on dates.
Damn, bro. I think that
$15,000 a month. $15,000 a year, right?
a year, yeah. I think that's on the low end. To be honest, bro.
Well, that's your average. That's your average
partner.
guy, right? Because a lot of average motherfuckers are struggling, son.
Yeah, true.
You know, I mean, like I'm sure.
There's guys like me who ain't spending money on no bitches.
Yeah, but
Loophole, baby.
That's
Loophole,
right.
you
That's
know?
right. But then there's Elon Musk spending fucking $2 million a month on child support. You know what I'm saying? It's like it evens out
Yeah, $2 million. That's like $20 for you.
for him. Yeah, for him.
Yeah,
But
$20
$15,000 a year, that's $30,000 pre-tax. Son.
Yeah.
That's $30,000 is like what half of the average wage in this country.
Yeah.
It's wild, son.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot, bro. I always recommend if you're gonna date cheap. Like,
Go
out on the weekday. That's where you get the real deals. If you go out like on a Monday or a Tuesday, you can do like $5 margaritas, and if you go to El Tejano, you get the $5, the big boys. You know the fucking 24 ounce. You get two of those.
Where they put the Corona in the top of it.
Yeah, for $10, bro, you get $40. You walk out there happy with the girl. You take her back home. You close the deal, bro. Yeah, bro. Don't go out there spending $150. I mean, if you have a partner like a girlfriend or a spouse, like that's why I'm saying $15,000 seems a little bit. But I mean, yeah, there's ways around it, bro. Yeah.
The thing about it is that I feel like it's the choice in men and women have a choice in dating, right?
For sure.
And if a woman wants to date a guy who's going to spend money to impress her, just to impress her, that's not the kind of girl I want to be with.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But if a girl's like, let's go, I know the place where the happy hour is cheap. That's the kind of girl, like
a resourceful one.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't want you to spend money just to prove to me you can spend it.
Right.
Like I want you to spend money so we can make the most out of our money.
For sure.
I want her to treat our money like our money.
Yeah.
You know, as opposed to her treating my money like our money.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Or not even that. Treating our money like my money.
Yeah.
Because that's not what she would do with her money.
Right.
You know, I want a smart woman. Like, call me crazy, but I want a woman who's not going to get fucking ripped off just to prove that I can pay for it.
Oh no, for sure.
You know,
I mean,
but some girls like that.
Some girls do, bro.
Yeah,
some girls do. But
and you got to avoid them in my book.
But you know what? The older I get, the more I understand them. Like the women that are like, well, I need to see if you're financially capable of meeting my needs or my standards, right?
I get that.
So, yeah.
But it's not the women who do that aren't always the women who deserve that.
They don't. Yeah.
You know,
it's
some broke ass bitch with 3 kids from other motherfucking guy talking about where's the money at. It's like, where's the money at? What are you bringing to the table? Like, I'm bringing all this to the table, and you're bringing 3 kids from some other guy. The fuck are you like? I don't think you have a position to negotiate from.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
why should I care for that baby if the daddy don't give a fuck about the
or
baby?
you who don't care about those kids. You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that you couldn't keep a man around to fucking raise them. Like,
For sure.
I got to come in and paraglide in and raise these kids. Like that's thing. It's like it really boils down to understanding yourself.
Yeah.
A woman who understands herself is like, yeah, I don't want him wasting money on these meaningless things. If we could do these things that mean something.
That means something, yeah.
And whatever the meaning is different, right? Some women want X, Y, or Z, kids. Some women are like, hey, don't waste your money on a wedding ring. Let's travel the world instead.
Yeah.
Like that kind of thing. Like, but if it's just you prove it to me you can. It's like, okay, prove to me you're worth it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, sorry, I can't pay for my kid's fucking knees.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't pay for my kid's sitter. It's
yeah.
like, fuck you then. Fuck. I got to bring him to the bar. No, we're not doing this. Like,
we're not
Be a good
doing it.
mother. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, you bring a kid to a date is wild, bro. That's just insane. Have you ever had that happen to you where girls are like, hey, can I bring my kid to the date?
No, I've had them lie to me about it and say, like not tell me they have kids. And I'm like, why would you hide that? It's like I'm gonna find out. Like I'm not gonna marry you.
Yeah.
Like I'm not mad you have kids, but don't hide them in a shame. That I took umbrage with. It's like, hey, yeah, just fucking. Mm-hmm. It's like, well, yeah, I'm in my 30s. So are you. I get it. Like I'm not a fucking monster.
Yeah.
But the hiding of the kids, or like the hiding the fact that you had an ex, like, that's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Don't
hide your kids.
Yeah, why would you hide that? You love your
don't
kids.
do that.
Like I put that shit on Front Street.
Yeah.
I tell them like, oh, you free on Tuesday? No, I got a show. Like, oh, show what? I do comedy. You got a problem with that? Fucking hit the bricks. Like,
yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna hide the biggest thing about me.
Yeah.
Like hiding your children.
You have children or no?
No.
Okay, yeah.
No, you got children? I'm
No,
sure.
I don't.
Wow.
You said I'm sure. That's crazy. Jumping to conclusion is crazy,
sure.
bro. You got
look at Mexican man like yourself,
bro. You said I'm sure, dog. I'm sure you got 4 or 5 of them laying around, bro.
I mean, a good-looking, well-educated Mexican man like yourself.
God damn.
You know your grandfather.
He has multiple businesses. He must have kids.
I just mentioned, bro. I'm educated. I
That's
have
what
a
I'm saying.
bachelor.
I thought they would have caught
bro.
your ass by now.
Nah, bro. I'm a red breed, or I'm shooting blanks, either or. I don't know.
You got a secret vasectomy?
Yeah, right. No, don't say that. I want kids eventually, bro.
Do you? How many you want? You want a whole army?
I want 4.
4? That's so specific.
Yeah, it's very specific.
Was
Well,
it-
you gotta
you
be
grumpy?
intentional with what you want, bro. Like that's another thing too.
Yeah, I want
learned.
0.
All right, I mean, hey, to each their own, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, being intentional with my stuff. I know the type
like
of
that.
woman I
I like
want, and what I'm looking for, and for
and,
children.
And she has a dick.
Yeah, even better because 2 brains are better than 1.
Fucking yeah, no. The only reason I don't want kids because I feel like I don't want to put my bullshit on them as a parent.
But you can also I feel like because I didn't want kids growing up. I was married actually. I was married.
So was I.
I'm divorced.
Yeah, so was I.
We didn't want children, so we did
You
our
old enough?
best.
Fucking hell.
I'm 33, bro.
All right, yeah, I guess you're old enough. That's what I got. Yeah, all right. It was because you look young, so I'm like, God damn, fucking.
Yeah.
Brown don't crack or some shit, I don't know.
It's the Mexican in me, dog. No. What was I telling you?
You were saying about having kids.
Yeah. So I didn't want kids, and we broke up, divorced, and I'm like, wow, I'm glad we didn't have kids because I'm single and I have kids.
Yeah.
So it does put me in a good position, when dating, because I can get picky and choosy and
But it's all right. It's fair,
Yeah.
It's totally fair for you to want or to not want to have kids. Don't worry about that
My
shit.
bad, yeah, that's my phone right there.
It's an alarm. Yeah, that's a girl calling saying, "Hey, I'm pregnant."
Hell no, bro. I'm single. No, but I don't want kids, but being intentional what you want is very important.
It is. It really is.
I already know what I want out of life.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Here's another one. Next story. Speaking of women, we'll keep it to dating for a second here. And this is the biggest fucking no-brainer study. I can't believe they even did a study about it. Men are happier dating younger women, according to a study.
Duh.
But I feel like women are also happier dating younger men at a certain age.
Yes.
Because women over 40 will date younger men in their 30s But no one's dating men in their 20s by choice.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
men in their 20s by choice are fucking mouth breathing morons.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah. So like it's usually like okay. I've noticed this in the dating world that there's a big margin for opportunity with single mothers.
Yes.
In the ages of 30 to 45.
Yes.
There's a lot of prime. Well, not prime, but. You know, a lot
they're
of,
not first round picks.
Yeah,
They wouldn't, you know.
They were first round picks in their 20s. They're falling down to like the fifth, sixth round.
They're very valuable, unrestricted free agents.
Yeah. But
it's like Antonio Brown. You know,
it's Antonio Brown, shirtless in the stadium.
It's Aaron Rodgers. Like he's still got a lot less in his gas tank, but you know.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know, so there's a good margin there for opportunity.
Yeah.
But it's funny because you do see those women between 35 and 45 that kind of when they were in the 20s they wouldn't date younger guys. They would date guys in their 30s, 40s.
Yeah, they would date up.
And now when they're getting to their 30s, 40s, they're not being taken serious by anybody their age. And so the young
give those
ones,
guys a chance.
So they give the young ones a chance, but the young ones just want to fulfill like fantasies.
They don't know what to do with it. Yeah,
fulfill fantasies of like, oh my gosh, she's a MILF. You know, I'm 22 and I'm fucking this 37-year-old.
Yeah.
Mom.
She got a sitter, so I know she's fucking
bomb,
tonight. Yeah.
You know, like hey, I'm gonna fuck that, and they confuse lust with attention.
Yes.
You know? And sometimes they're like running out of time, bro.
It is, dude. One of my favorite sayings is "Youth is wasted on the young."
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And now that I'm 42, it's like shit, man. I wish I had my 30-year-old body, but the same brain. Because at 30, I didn't know what the fuck. You
didn't know what you're doing. Yeah, but it's funny because
and that wasn't that long ago. You know, now I'm not even saying 25-year-old me.
Just 30s. They're trying to be reasonable.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to be exactly. I'm negotiating with myself.
Yeah, bro. But you're in a good position because like men hit their primes in their 40s.
They do.
You know,
I'm keeping my hair, most of it.
You got gray hair, bro. I got no hair, dog. People think I'm a gangster, but it's like, nah, bro, it's just bad genes, dog. You know, it's just bad genes. That's all that is, player.
I don't know. I think I have pretty good genes to me, man. All right, last one.
Like you hitting on me, bro? Right now?
I'm hitting on him, son. I think we're gonna make sweet, sweet love after the show.
Right.
All right, and this I've said 1,000 times. Studies show that the strongest friendships come from hating the same people and things than liking the same people and things. A study published by the journal Personality and Social Psychology found that bonding over shared dislikes, especially of people or ideas, can create a faster and deeper connection than bonding over shared likes. And I feel like that is an absolute truth.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? Like, dog, like, I don't know what you like, but I know.
Okay, hold on. I know you hate Democrats.
Well, I hate people.
Okay, all right.
Let me not. I don't hate Democrats. I'm a liberal guy.
Yeah.
I'm just not liberal like these liberals are.
Yeah,
you know
like
what I'm saying?
These liberals.
No, I'm not. Kid, I'm fucking. Dude, I live with a gay guy. I'm not gay. I live with two lesbians beforehand. This is all true.
That's how we all started, bro. Same excuse, bro. I promise you, we're not gay, bro.
That's how we all start.
We fucking only have
before you know it, you're on all fours.
Tuesdays, bro. You know? It's not every day. It's just on Tuesdays.
No, but I feel like it's the like I don't like dishonesty. I don't like cowardice. I don't like disloyalty.
Yeah.
These are things I know are my red line. It's basically just choosing your red lines over what you accept.
Right.
Like there are things I might accept that I don't know about yet. Like like I said, you're gay, you're trans. I don't know any gay or trans people, but you're fine. Let's assume that. But it's like, you're a liar. I don't like you. That's it. Like I'm not gonna fucking move that line for that.
Right.
You're disloyal to your family. Fuck you.
Right.
They brought you into this world to take you out. That kind of thing. It's the red lines are easier to draw than the lines that you don't know that you haven't discovered yet. I don't know. That's cool with me. I didn't know anything about that. That's fine. Right. But it's like, you beat kids or you're abusive to women. It's like, fuck you. I can't work with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know where I'm not putting up with it.
Yeah.
And that I feel like is easier to bond over. It's like we were talking earlier about you want to come from a place of abundance.
Right.
All right. If you're a fucking hater and you don't come from with abundance, I don't need you in my life.
Yeah.
We bond over that. You know, that's
like,
easier to figure out than
all right, we
you know,
don't
what's
fuck
the
with this
yeah,
guy
what's the
'cause
limit
he-
of your generosity versus where do you draw the line on bullshit?
Right.
Where I draw the line on bullshit is really much easier to define than the limit of my generosity.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Because your generosity is in abundance.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right, yeah, fuck with that.
Right.
This seems about right.
I feel like, especially with relationships, dude. All the girls that I really loved, we just hated going. We both hated doing things like girls that I've lasted longest with in relationships. It's not that we had the same things in common, but we both hated doing the same things. It's like, oh, you know, my friend invited us to a gender reveal party. Not going. You know, shit like that. Like,
kind of gay shit is that?
Let's go to the haunted hayride. Not doing it. You know, like shit, like not doing shit we didn't like to do.
Yeah.
Kept us together. You know, hating on. Look at these two motherfuckers. Look at these. If you're at a party with your girl.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Look at these two motherfuckers.
People watch and shit. Man. Look at these two fuckers. I bet you they haven't fucked in months. Look how they're sitting. They're sitting, you know.
Look at that.
Like, why are you sitting interview style in the booth? Like, you sit
you
next
got
to
your
your
back
bitch,
to 'em
bro.
and
Like,
shit.
you sit next to your bitch. So, like, right here, you know, you sneak a hand in there. You do whatever you want. Keep this shit spicy, my boy. Like,
Exactly.
I fucking hate going on dates and sitting across the table
Oh,
from a
I
woman.
never
do that shit,
That's
bro.
a big
It's like,
limit. I never sit across.
Never,
We sit at
bro.
the bar next to each other.
Next to
so
each
I can
other.
touch you right here, boom.
Yeah,
you know,
bro,
You
like-
need something, someone's behind me. It's fine.
This just feels too like interrogational. Yeah, like
Yeah.
fucking. Okay, so what's your favorite color?
Yeah, right. You want to put the light on them like an interview, like a police.
Yeah. Fuck that, bro. I was sitting next to my.
That's a
bitch,
big
bro.
no-no for me. It's like, oh, let's sit
Yeah.
across. Nope,
No,
not doing it.
never.
Hell no.
Never give your back to the door. You know, like, bro. There's a lot of fucking proper shit as men that.
Oh, yeah, well,
A lot
that's
more
also a
men should
Latino thing. The
fucking
back
know,
to the
bro,
door
like-
thing.
Yeah, bro. You gotta watch your back all the
Yeah,
time.
sorry, I don't like.
Never know when ice gonna
Yeah,
come
dude,
through
I
that
like my
door,
back to the
bro.
walls.
Never know when you gotta run, bro.
Have you ever done a show in the round,
With what?
like where you're in the center and they're all around you?
You know what? I haven't done a show like that. Did you do Supernova?
What's that?
Did you do Supernova? Or
Yeah, a bunch
okay.
of times. Yeah,
So I never did that, but
that was the first time I did it.
the closest I've gotten to that, I did the sexual harassment training for Oakley.
The eyewear company.
Yeah, they have a dope ass fucking compound facility up by like Santa Margarita, by like Irvine.
Yeah.
And it was like a 400-seater. It was an auditorium, like that was surrounded.
Yeah.
Like it was round, and they had a round stage.
Yeah.
So, well, it was like a 180, I guess. 'Cause, I mean, it was round, but there was
Yeah.
no one behind me. And that's
But
the
they were,
closest.
they were close. They were like right here.
Yeah, they're like my
Yeah.
peripheral, you
Yeah.
know, like this. So like I'm saying, it almost felt like a TED talk. Like
Yeah.
that's the closest I've come to doing like a full circle.
Yeah, the first time I did, the first and only time I've done it in the round, I did it Supernova 4 or 5 times, and the first time I did it, same thing. I didn't like people behind me, so it fucked me up. It's like I was like fidgety. You know, I had a good set or whatever. Then I got off the stage and I asked Joe Bartnick. Shout out Joe Bartnick. I was like, hey, he's from Pittsburgh. He's a giant Italian guy.
Yeah, no, I'm telling
Yeah, I'm fucking uncomfortable with the people behind me. He's like, just do what I do. Focus on every punchline. Turn, midnight, 3, 6, 9, 12. Just every punchline.
Just rotate.
Just 45 degrees. He's like, and just deliver the punchline 45 degrees, and you won't worry about who's behind your back.
Yeah, they'll wait till they're fucking 3 o'clock.
Yeah,
when it comes around.
I just didn't like people laughing behind me. I didn't like,
hearing the pop in the back.
yeah, well, not even the pop. Just I don't know who the fuck's behind me. Like,
Right.
it just I'm worried about who's gonna. They don't like me. Whether they fucking throw something at me from behind me. Like I don't, like that paranoia, and that worked. It just kept me. It just give me something like, all right, every punchline, just turn your feet 45 degrees.
Yeah. Measuring tape on Mexican
I would literally start one punchline here and then turn this foot this way and then finish it, turn the other foot, and then do the same thing. And no one
going
noticed
around.
it. And it came,
Yeah.
and I saw a video of it. It looked fine.
It looked fine.
But I was uncomfortable with the idea of anyone behind me when I was
Behind
talking
you. Yeah,
shit.
I don't
When I'm
know.
talking shit, I don't know what's going on behind me.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna do that once I come across that bridge, but I'll get through
Yeah,
it.
you'll get through it.
I'll
You'll
get
figure
through
it
that
out.
shit out.
I'm telling you, use Joe Bartnick's. Every
Yeah,
punchline,
fucking
45 degrees.
12, 3, 6, 9.
Yeah.
All right, you got it. 12, 3, 6, 9. I
then-
got a question for you, bro, before we
please.
head out. So
Please, fire.
So you're in the corporate world right now.
Yeah.
How
Back in.
How is it like? Are you the same person at the corporate setting, or you're this like fucking executive, fucking
It's
more
a little,
serious, and you don't really get to fuck
it's
around
a little
with
bit
the guys?
a little bit of both. So I am the same person because the guy who hired me is a friend of mine who founded a startup.
Gotcha.
It's doing well, and he was, he knew I was available and needed help. And I told I told him, like, listen, this is what I'm up to.
Yeah.
I'll give you everything you need. I'll work as many hours as you need, but this is like today. If you needed me today, I said, no, I got a podcast from fucking this hour to this hour. Okay. Like,
yeah, so it works out.
He knows the boundaries.
Gotcha.
And I also know him personally. So if I need to lash out, I'll call him up directly.
Yeah.
But in business, if there's other people around, I'm very professional.
Very professional.
But with him, he knows who I am. He knows what's up.
Gotcha.
He knows my heart comes to the right place.
And it seems like your employees or your reports know that you do comedy, or is they just
they all know. They all know.
Okay.
They all know. And I when I got back into the corporate world, this is probably 2 years ago, so right after the pandemic, because we were all struggling.
Right.
I had to get back in. I made it very clear. Like, if I go back in, this is
on my terms.
Yeah, not even my terms. This is what I'm up to. If you have a problem with what I do on my own time, I don't want to work for that kind of company.
Right, and like you said, as a friend,
I don't ask what you're doing, what any other employees do in their own time. I was like, oh, that'd be like me saying I don't want to work with gay people. It's like that's their personal life.
Right.
Just because I'm a comedian.
Yeah.
Don't treat me like I can't say that. It's like that's you telling me who I can fuck in my free time. Like,
like, oh, you play soccer? Oh, yeah, you can't work here,
That's
bro.
what I'm saying. It's like, I don't want to work for a company like that. I made that very clear. It's like, if that's the kind of company you are, then you don't deserve my services.
Yeah.
And surprisingly enough, people actually appreciate that.
Gotcha.
They're like, okay.
Yeah, just be honest, bro.
That's exactly. Companies are like women. Just don't fucking lie to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts,
just tell me where you are with this.
That's
like,
so
okay.
Facts.
Then we know.
Yeah.
And I try to be collaborative with them. So you have my attention whenever I'm not doing comedy.
Gotcha.
So if I'm not on a show or not doing a podcast, I'm available. Other than that, if I got to tell you I have something, if I'm going to flying to wherever Reno to do shows, I'm out for those 2 days. But when I'm back, I'm back.
I'm back. Yeah.
So just make that agreement with them.
That's
and people respond to that, dude.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, it goes back to just being honest with yourself and honest with the people you love. And the people you want to work with.
Yeah, bro.
Coming from that abundance spot, not coming from that like, I can't say this, I can't say that. Like, of course I should say this. You should say that too. If you have a problem with me doing this, then fucking tell me.
Yeah.
And then I'll find something else.
We'll fix
or
it,
we'll figure it out. What about it bothered you?
Yeah.
I never talk about the company. Of course, I mentioned a lot of names on this podcast, a lot of first names, but I've never mentioned my boss's first name anyway. Because I'm not trying to get anybody in trouble.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
All these words are my own.
Bro, one time I was doing HR. One of the employees found out I did stand up. He like ran across one of my clips. Yeah. So he's like, hey, he's like, hey, bro, I didn't know you did stand-up comedy. Like, you popped up on my page, and like, it was like, what? And I was like, yeah, I'm a comedian too, bro. And then he's like, tell me a joke. And I kid you not, I looked at him dead in his face, and I was like, your salary. And his eyes went wide open, bro. Like, and then immediately I realized I fucked up, like, that's like, I can't say shit like that. And then so like
that's funny though.
There's a split.
You didn't say what his salary was.
Yeah, and so his salary was.
Because he might have a good salary.
Because he already knew the salary, right? Yeah. And, no, it wasn't. It was
you didn't know. You probably didn't know what his salary was. You just fucking said it.
No, I did know.
Oh, you did know.
Yeah, but it was just like, it was a joke, but it's like, there was a split moment where like we both kind of looked at each other, like me and like kind of like, oh fuck, but I was not trying to show too much fear because I just tried to play it off cool, and then he finally like let go of his breath, like, and then he started laughing, and then I was like, we good, yeah.
I had a moment like that. So
he just started laughing, and he was like, oh my gosh, fucking.
I had a moment like that. The last job I had before the current one I'm at right now, they knew I was also a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
But they hired me to be their interim CFO,
like
to run the whole finance organization because they were desperate. They were going through financial trouble, and I remember I took out the rest of the middle management staff. I was like, I'll buy you guys beers on my first week, get to know you guys. So we went out to a bar after work, 6, 7, or 8 o'clock, 2 hours after work. We were just having a drink, appetizer, whatever, and we're talking. Like, oh, so how's it going with the banks? Because we're trying to raise money from our bank. I won't name the bank. And I said, oh, they're trying to rape us on this deal. And the head of HR was there. She goes, oh, you can't use that word. I said, what? She goes, rape. And I said, well, we're not at the office. I'm talking amongst you guys.
It don't matter.
She's like, you can't say that. I'm like, all right, fair enough.
Yeah. See, that's the type of training I do. You
I know.
think just because you're off the clock doesn't mean you can fucking.
I know, but it was also it was my money. I was paying for these drinks.
Don't matter.
I know.
It don't matter.
But this is where it gets funny. So sure enough, like a week later, I'm delivering a speech to the whole company, you know, and the head of HR was like, "Oh God, what's he gonna say?" I was superior, so I'm not gonna approve her. I'm gonna ask her for comments on my thing.
Yeah.
So I went through the whole speech, and then as I'm walking off from the podium, I lean over and go, "See, I didn't say rape once."
Yeah.
but her and the other guys started laughing.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, thank God." Yeah.
And the CEO, the CEO of the company he heard it, he laughed. That's great. He goes, HR no longer reports to you. I said, fine. I didn't want HR to report to me anyway.
Yeah.
I had payroll, so I had HR report. So good, I don't want HR anyway.
Yeah.
But you know, it's one of the things. Like, yes, like I'm not unprofessional in the room.
Yeah.
You know, but amongst us girls, when it's just
Yeah.
I'll tell you. You ask me an opinion, I'm gonna give you my answer. You know?
Yeah, for
you ask me
sure.
a serious question.
Yeah.
But you just gotta put it out there. You know, you just gotta be honest with people.
Yeah.
You know, that's hardest. The two hardest people to be honest with you is the two most complicated ways to be honest with yourself, and then to be honest with others about yourself.
Yeah.
You know, like get honest with yourself. What do you want? What do you care about? What do you value?
Yeah.
And then to relay that to others in a way that isn't, hurtful or condescending.
Right.
It's hard.
Yeah.
So much fun having you, bro. We can do this 1,000 times in a row. Tell the people where they can find you.
Yeah, you guys can find me at JT the Comic. That's JTDACOMIC. JT the Comic. You can, across all platforms: Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
Yeah, keep an eye out for him. He's a fucking very funny guy. He's got one of my favorite bits going right now.
Yeah, don't do shit that's gay, bro. You know?
Yeah, don't do shit scared. Obviously, you can follow me at Randy Valero. Follow the podcast at Ready Set Blow. That's it for this week, guys. We love you. Check you next time. Peace.